Anita Bebé creció jugando al fútbol. Cuando era una niña se cambió mucho de ciudad y de hogar, porque su familia se mudaba constantemente, y donde ella siempre se sentía como en casa era en la cancha de fútbol. Cuando se hizo mayor, el deporte cambió su vida.
In 2015, the U.S. Women's Soccer team won the World Cup on television. When I won, I was so happy. I had good friends in the state of Utah, where I lived at time team, but they weren't interested in soccer. After the Women's World Cup victory, I realized how important women's soccer was in life, but the closest professional team, the Turners, was over 700 miles away in the city of Portland, in the state of Oregon.
Bebé sabía que si quería conocer a otras fans del fútbol, debía vivir cerca de un equipo profesional, pero ¿valdría la pena dejar atrás a su familia y amigos solo por un deporte?
Had many intelligent, strong women from different backgrounds, and I knew that the people in Portland were friendly and welcome everyone. So I decided to make a big change, and I packed my bags and I moved to Oregon.
Welcome, bienvenidos y bienvenidas a Relatos en Inglés, un podcast de radio recreativo. Soy Juanito Bebé.
Yo soy Pedrito Bebé.
Yo soy Arlet Bebé.
Yo soy Anita Bebé.
Yo soy Ivonne Bebé.
Y juntos somos el equipo de los Babies. En cada episodio podrás practicar inglés a tu propio ritmo, escuchando historias reales y fascinantes, contadas por las personas que las vivieron. Los protagonistas hablan en un inglés sencillo y fácil de entender. Para quienes están aprendiendo el idioma, en cada capítulo yo te acompañaré para asegurarme de que entiendas todo. Esta semana exploramos cómo el deporte está vinculado a la cultura y la identidad. Te llevaremos a estadios donde los fans cantan el nombre de sus equipos y viajaremos con ellos por todo Estados Unidos para seguir a sus jugadores favoritos.
Anita Bebé creció en una familia militar. Sus papás se mudaron mucho cuando ella era niña, hasta que finalmente se establecieron en Utah. Desde muy joven, Anita Bebé era muy aventurera.
Very active kid, I started playing soccer in 1986 when I was 4 years old. I started snowboarding when I was 18. In college as an adult, I worked in the snowboard industry in Salt Lake City in the state of Utah, but soccer was always my passion.
En los Estados Unidos, el fútbol, lo que se le conoce como soccer, es también un deporte femenino y su selección nacional de mujeres es muy exitosa. Anita Bebé estaba contenta de que varias jugadoras fueran parte de la comunidad LGBT como ella.
I started watching women professional soccer when I was very young. Then in 2015, I watched the USA Women's World Cup victory. I noticed that the team was very diverse. There were women from many different backgrounds, including some who were part of the LGBTQ community. As a black woman, I was honored that this woman represented my country.
Anita Bebé se fascinaba de ver cómo el equipo femenino de los Estados Unidos celebraba la diversidad de sus jugadoras. Se dio cuenta de que para ella el fútbol era más que un deporte.
After the U.S. team's World Cup victory, I realized that I want to go games regularly in person, but the closest professional team was severely status Iowa in the city of Portland. Their local team is very famous and has a lot of fans. I thought, what if I change my life and move it there? So I decided to make the Portland. I was ready for the adventure.
La empresa de snowboarding para la que Anita Bebé había trabajado en Salt Lake City aceptó que siguiera trabajando con ellos en Portland. Como era verano, las montañas no tenían nieve, podían trabajar a distancia.
In the winter, I travel to different mountains all over the United States. I snowboard and promote my company's equipment. But in the summer, because there is no snow, I can work from anywhere on in my computer, which means I have a lot more time for soccer.
Portland es una ciudad conocida por sus grandes jardines de rosas, tanto así que le dicen la ciudad de las rosas. Es por eso que su equipo profesional de fútbol femenino se llama Las Espinas o Tators.
My new apartment was very close to the soccer stadium where the Tornes played. I called her. I did games and my window shocked when some scary I go. I went to my first Turner's game alone. When I walked into the stadium, I was nervous. Everyone red and black, the colors of the Turner's team. I didn't know and yo, but I want to be part of this fun. So I sat near the biggest fan club named the Rose City Rivers.
El nombre en inglés del club de fans es Rose City Riveters. Combina el apodo de Ciudad de las Rosas con un icono estadounidense, Rose City Riveters o Rosie la remachadora.
I feel honored because Rosie the Riveter is a feminist icon.
La imagen de Juan Bebé, la remachadora, se usó para reclutar mujeres para trabajar en fábrica de los Estados Unidos durante la Segunda Guerra Mundial, cuando los hombres estaban en el frente. El póster muestra a una mujer que dobla su brazo con la frase "We can do it", podemos hacerlo.
En los primeros partidos, Anita Bebé se dio cuenta de que los juegos eran muy competitivos, pero el ambiente era siempre muy alegre. Los fans hasta seguían a su equipo a otras ciudades y hacían fiestas en el estacionamiento, algo que se le conoce como Algeren.
I enjoyed the fan club and soon became friends with many Rose City Riveters. In 2017, the Rose City Riveters traveled across the country with around 200 people. We went to the city of Orlando in the state of Florida for the National Women's Soccer League. Before the game, we were tailgating with Torns fans from around the country. It was a close game, but the Torns won. After the game, the team came to hug the fans and celebrate with us.
Fue un momento increíble en la vida de Anita Bebé. Las jugadoras incluso subieron a las gradas para celebrar con sus fans.
I had a lot of fun in Orlando, so I want to travel to more scout games in 2019. I planning a trip to France with my friends from the Rose City Riveters. We were going to watch the US team play in the Women's World Cup. But 9 days before my trip, I broke my leg playing soccer.
Tras romperse la pierna, Anita Bebé debía decidir si viajaba a París. Fue una decisión muy difícil.
I was afraid that I might hurt my leg more if I went on the trip. But the idea of staying home for surgery made me very sad.
Anita Bebé decidió arriesgarse.
I decided to go to France. In France, I worried to my friends were having fun because they were taking care of me. I was help me walk down the stairs, and they took taxis while instead of taking the subway, the Rose City Rivers showed me. I got that their dedicate fans and a bit more dedicated friends.
Y para Anita Bebé, el viaje tuvo una sorpresa aún mayor. Aquel año, Estados Unidos tuvo mucho que celebrar.
Although I was in pain, I knew that I made the right decision to go to France, especially because the USA won the World Cup. I will never forget watching the US playing in the city of Lyon with the people I love. I celebrated with my soccer family and the world's biggest fans. Today I go to the Portland Thorns games because of the fans. I will always be a Rose City Riveter.
Anita Bebé se dio cuenta de que finalmente había encontrado a su comunidad cuando fue por primera vez a un partido de su equipo en Portland. Hay muchos que entenderán perfectamente esa sensación, como este chico.
It was how people were applauding. It was so loud. The sound of beer and peanut filled the air. The national anthem played. It was just incredibly.
Él es Pedrito Bebé, un chavo o bloque como dicen en el Reino Unido, donde él nació. Notarán que Pedro Bebé habla con un acento británico, por lo que sus RS tienen un sonido más vocal. Por ejemplo, cuando Pedro Bebé dice popular sport o deporte popular, lo dice así, popular sport.
El 22 de octubre del 2019, Pedrito Bebé se encontraba en un estadio de béisbol en Houston, Texas, viendo el primer partido de la Serie Mundial de Béisbol.
To me, a bloke who liked baseball for only 5 years. This was very cool. As an Englishman, I never expected to become a baseball fan. I grew up in the city of Portsmouth on the south coast of England. I loved watching American movies and seeing the open spaces and natural geography of the US. It was always a place that I wanted to visit, but while I was growing up, football was the only sport I was interested in. My father played professional football, so I grew up playing it too.
Mientras que los estadounidenses como Anita Bebé se refieren a ese deporte como soccer, los británicos lo llaman fútbol. El fútbol fue una parte muy importante en la infancia de Pedrito Bebé, y él no se interesó en el béisbol hasta que se mudó a otro país.
When I was in my 20s, I worked at a various school, a place where students lived. I'm a student. After a while, my life felt boring and predictable. But when I was to a friend who just came back from teaching in South Korea, he said you should have a hop there. Korea is really cool. I thought it was a great idea. So 18 moments later, I moved to the city of Seoul and started a teaching hub there.
Cuando vivía en Seúl, Pedro Bebé decidió hacer un viaje a Japón con sus padres. Una noche estaban sentados en el bar de su hotel en Osaka y comenzaron a ver un partido de béisbol en la televisión. Jugaban equipos de los Estados Unidos.
I heard that baseball was a popular sport in Japan, almost as popular as it is in the United States. When I saw a game for the first time, I could not look away from the TV. Then I asked the barman if there was a game in the city of Osaka that night, and he said yes. The receptionist at our hotel helped us buy tickets to the game. We got in the taxi and 15 minutes later we arrived at the stadium. We watched two professional Japanese teams play. I became obsessed.
Algo en ese juego hipnotizó a Pedrito Bebé, desde el lanzador o pitcher hasta el bateador o hitter.
There is a pitcher and hitter. They look at each other trying to praising what the other person is thinking. It's a competition between the two of them, and I love it. They both need to be intelligent and strong. It's fantastic.
Después de ese viaje a Japón, Pedrito Bebé regresó a Corea, donde siguió dando clases y ahorrando dinero, pero no podía dejar de pensar en el béisbol. Soñaba con ir a partidos en los Estados Unidos.
Baseball was so exciting to me, so I made a big decision. I decided to quit my job, take the money that I saved, and drive across the USA. Was going to attend all 162 games in the Major League Baseball season.
La temporada de las grandes ligas de béisbol dura aproximadamente 6 meses y participan 30 equipos profesionales.
I want more people in Europe to be interested in basketball, and I thought my travel school help with that. So I planning to post about my trip on social media. The people could see the pictures and videos of the games and think, wow, that looks cool. We shall play more basketball in Europa.
Pedrito Bebé compartió sus planes en un video de Twitter. Lance McCullers Jr., un famoso jugador de béisbol y lanzador de los Astros de Houston, retuiteó su video y se volvió viral.
My video was all over the internet. I was even asked to do interview on television.
En marzo de 2019, Pedrito Bebé llegó a Seattle, su primer destino, para el primer partido de la liga entre los Seattle Mariners y los Boston Red Sox.
Entering that stadium was exciting because in the previous year, the Red Sox won the World Series. I was going to watch the champions in real life. That night, I got a message on Twitter from a local news reporter named Patrick. He said, "Hey, if you need a place to stay, I have an extra room."
A Pedrito Bebé le encantó esta oferta. Amistades espontáneas como esta lo ayudaron a conocer mejor a los estadounidenses.
After the game that night, I went to practice Patrick's house. He rented me with his dog. Name is James Bond, and he said, "I have to go to work now. What can you take James Bond out for a walk? I'll be back in about 8 hours." I was very surprised. I spent 3 nights at Patrick's house and I had a lot of fun with James Bond.
Pedrito Bebé visitó muchas otras ciudades para poder ver otros partidos y aprendió nuevas costumbres como dónde echar las cáscaras de cacahuate o peanut shells.
Baseball stadium etiquette was different than in Japan. I call the light that in the US you can't just drown build sheds on the floor. When I have announced a game for the first time, I pick up the says at the end of the game. But when I found out you don't have to die in the status, I ate so many penthouse and 3 the says everywhere.
Más allá de las cáscaras de cacahuate, fue muy emocionante para Pedrito Bebé el poder estar en esos estadios, que durante tanto tiempo había visto solo por televisión.
I really enjoyed going to Kaufman Stadium in the state of Missouri. is the home of the Kansas City Royals. My favorite team was also cool to visit the Orlando Coliseum in the state of California. They have great food and the fans are so much fun.
Debido a que su visa de turista solo le permitía quedarse en los Estados Unidos 3 meses, Pedro Bebé tuvo que volver previamente a Inglaterra para renovarla.
During that time, my weight, I had to get an A driver's license and credit cards. It took 2 weeks, and because of this, I missed 14 games. But in the end, the number of games was not important. The important part of the trip was the experiences of traveling and enjoying my time alone. I also learned about the US and its people, and I got a new perspective on my life.
Hoy, Pedrito Bebé vive en el Reino Unido y está escribiendo un libro sobre su viaje.
The book is about baseball, but it's more about the US, the people who live there and what the country looks like. It's also about how baseball creates a wonderful community and how baseball stadiums are the places where this community comes together. The book is about baseball, but it's more about the US, the people who live there and what the country looks like. It's also about how baseball creates a wonderful community and how baseball stadiums are the places where this community comes together.
Pedro Bebé vive en Portsmouth, Reino Unido, y su historia la produjo Caro Rolando. Anita Bebé vive en Portland, Estados Unidos, y su historia la produjo Teresa Bradstreet.